A man hid in a bathtub filled with ice, trying to evade detection by the electronic spiders. But he slipped up. Air bubbles escaped from his nose and floated to the surface. That tiny movement attracted a swarm of electronic spiders. They crawled up the bathtub, spotted the figure inside, and plunged their tentacles into the water. John was instantly electrocuted. After several spiders took turns shocking him, he finally gave in. He had no choice but to lift his eye patch and cooperate with the scan. Since he just had his eyes replaced, he was still adjusting to them and struggled to keep them open. The spider began scanning his eyeballs. But after running the data through the system, the female officer discovered he wasn't the man they were looking for. She called off the operation and notified the rest of the team. In this future world, crime in America has dropped to zero. That's because someone invented a system called Precog that can predict when a person is about to commit a crime. Before a murder even happens, the pre-crime unit moves in to arrest the would-be killer. The Precog system is made up of a woman named Agatha and a pair of twins. Together, they have the ability to see the future. The visions they receive are projected onto a screen and then imprinted onto two wooden balls. Brown for premeditated murder, red for crimes of passion. When Jack received the alert, he analyzed the killer's location based on the vision. He arrived at the suspect's home just as the man was about to plunge a knife into the tangled couple in front of him. Once again, Jack stopped a murder before it happened. But despite his successful career, Jack carried his own demons. Before the system was established, his son had been kidnapped. That tragedy drove him to fight crime almost obsessively, as if seeking revenge. His relentless focus on work caused him to neglect his family, and eventually, his wife had no choice but to divorce him. That day, another case came in. The moment John left the house, his wife invited her lover over, but John came back to grab something and caught them together. He grabbed a pair of scissors and was about to strike. Jack traced the suspect's name and the layout of the room to pinpoint the crime scene. He flew his team straight there and apprehended John just before the scissors could land. The crime was stopped, but the Precog kept replaying the murder scene in her mind. Because John's crime was one of passion, the Precogs only detected it about 10 minutes in advance. Jack was so focused on locking down the location that he didn't even have time to greet the visitors from the Justice Department who had come to observe. You see, although the organization had prevented countless murders, it was still a private agency and had never been officially recognized by the government.